Stars, I'm a fool for your love.
Hello and welcome guys, you join me here, Snowman86, and we are on Seneca County. So guys, today we were keeping it simple. The field we recently purchased that we've ploughed and limed now, we are now planting grass. Again, the idea being that we build towards an animal livestock. This will be the first steps towards it by being able to produce enough feed, and hopefully we'll be able to get straw and stuff off further fields, and that will see us survive through the upcoming season. We still have some crops to sell, so we will be looking at moving the operation towards animals. Hopefully by achieving this, we will gain the ability. Obviously we will be able to record a bit more, as we'll be heavily involved a bit more in the farm over the winter. I know this winter kind of passes by, guys, and we didn't get to see too much of it. So the goal going forward would be that once we have a sustainable operation, we should be able to venture into animals. That will see us, as I say, produce a bit more and also reduce our running costs on the farm, as the need to rely on the likes of fertilizer and stuff will be reduced. So that's the outstanding goal here, guys. So we've made a start. The field with no number. So on the next turnaround, guys, we will just show you. I'm sure it is soybeans is what we've left to sell off, last year's product. We're just waiting for the prices to come right, which I think is late spring, early summer is when we'll be looking to offload that product, guys. So that might cause a few problems, that turn there now. We'll just drop our turning speed down a fraction, guys, just a smidge too fast. We don't need to be going that fast. So we'll quickly shoot in here to the menu, guys, and if we go to our crops, you will see we have 2,000 bushels of soybeans left. We're nearly on half capacity of our bin, and the price is still not quite there. Going for the seasons menu for soybeans, yes, so we're looking at the end of spring, start of summer for our sale there, guys. So once we get the grass in, we will nurture it. Our first cut there probably won't come till midsummer. We also have a small bit of alfalfa to cut, guys, and that is our tester plot. As I say, we will be checking out the multi-fruits as we go. If alfalfa doesn't work, we will attempt another one. And that is the plan for that little section, guys. You will see a small line there, so we might have to do a side pass on that later just to get it. The terrain isn't fully formed. I did a small bit of terraforming on it with the landscaping tool, guys, but that's just that section there might be causing us a wee problem, so we will pass over that. So our current fields, guys, in the state of things, so we have our black beans planted here and our soybeans in here. We are looking fertilization stages. You'll see the grass here is going fully fertilized. That we will not be adding any more fertilizer. I know there's patches here where the landscaping was done, but once we cut it, we'll be adding to that then, guys. to give us a more uniform spread across the field. As I say, the idea would be that the manure from the cows would be added back into the soil. Again, my understanding of seasons is you don't need straw to produce manure, or you don't need straw to produce liquid manure. It's one or the other now. So by not giving them straw, we'll get more liquid manure from it. Again, maybe to add this sense of realism over the winter months, we should add straw to bed our cattle, as they will not be grazing. So we're just going to jump back in the cab here a little bit, guys. And just while we're completing this task, guys, just a quick update on the channel. Some of you may have seen it already, as this video will be coming out after the others. The Tom Clancy Breakpoint game has been released. It's officially released on Friday. So with that in mind, we are considering a collaboration with a couple of other YouTubers. They are, like myself, kind of fresh to the game, so we're going to be doing that together. I know these guys with a good bit of time, and I'd highly recommend checking out our channels. One is called ASP Gaming, or Another Semi-Professional, and the next channel for looking out, guys, is the Ultrabomb 22. You'll find both channels linked in my main page on the YouTube, guys, so highly recommend checking them out. They offer different content to myself, because I say we'll possibly all be doing Breakpoint together at some stage, completing the same missions. You'll see from different angles and stuff. So that's something to look forward to, guys, in the coming months on the channel here, guys. So let me know what you think, if you like it, if you like the content and you want to see more of it. The best way of doing that, guys, is probably thumbs up and likes. Also leaving a comment. As I say, all comments are read and responded to as quick as I can. But those two guys definitely worth checking out. As I say, their content varies. We probably all have different tastes and interests, but that's the one we'll probably collaborate on. And you never know, if it works, we might collaborate on a few more things. This will have to be seen as we go down the line, guys. So just those two channels again, ASP Gaming and the Ultrabomb 22. So guys, back here, we are nearly halfway across our field. We still have the headlands to do, and that wee patch there in the middle. So we'll be hoping our soybeans sell for a nice bit that will enable us to get a small starter amount of cattle. Sorry guys, caught for words there. So the idea would be that we'd hopefully be aiming at 20. With 20, obviously it's a fair bit of feeding, there's a bit of work to do, but we'll be aiming at that. We'll probably let the manure and liquid stuff build for the bones of one season. Hopefully after the crops, then it would be a case of reinvesting our intake from that crop into more gear for dealing with the cattle and their product. Obviously we'll have the sale of milk, so we've all that to look forward to as well, guys. I have yet to actually deal with animals properly on season, so as much as I'm learning about it, you'll be along with me for the ride and that. So if I do make mistakes, and I probably will, just have a laugh because I know I will be. And just to note, we are planting this grass as early as we could. The minute the ground temperature came to 3 degrees, we prepped our seeder, we greased it and loaded it up, and we're out here now. So we do have a few more things to complete before we get into the summer season. One of those would be the weed spraying and also the fertilizing on our soybeans. We want to maximize our yield on that. That turn there is very nice, so we might just change the camera angle just a slight bit, guys. So our seeder here is working nicely. So you see a nice lovely little draw distance there, just to change it up for you guys. Do a bit more in cab here. We'll just see how this is all looking from inside. We're pulling well. This tractor really is the workhorse of the farm, as it is the only tractor as well, I understand. So, as I said, there is weeding to be done. I don't think I see any weeds here at the moment. Not to say they won't appear. Also, I believe now that I have ploughed this area here, that weeding will be an issue for me down the line. Whereas if I'd left it as grass, I don't think it would have affected me as much. I have no weeding issue at the moment, but I knew I have not sprayed any pesticides, so this could become a problem for us. Also, field 96, which we have set to soybeans. We have not planted anything. I believe that is going to soybeans as well. If I check my rotation, the black beans are my winter crop. Yes, so soybeans will be going into 96 as well. So we still have that bit of planting to do, but that again will be mid to late spring once the temperature in the ground gets right. We will add a layer of fertilizer and stuff first as well, guys. So you see my row cleaners there working overtime here. This is a really nice model drill. And if you have any suggestions on what you'd like to see me get into, by all means drop a comment below. If you think we're jumping the gun on cattle, don't be afraid to say it. Should we maybe concentrate first on building up land and getting our gear to a better state? The one thing we will need at some stage is a loader. And the other thing to bear in mind, guys, is when we get to it, my bale handling abilities, I'll even speak for themselves when we get to it. But again, just be kind. Like the rolling hills in the fields, that none of them are really flat. Or every single field I think so far that I've worked or have flown across in some stage, all have a rolling hill in them, or they have some sort of gradient and dip, and I think it just adds to the character of the map, as no matter where you go and what you do, very seldom you'll find it perfectly flat. I know those large fields in the middle of the states and stuff, you'll get it, but where I'm from, I think it's all valleys and hills. Everything has a grade and a fall to it, and I think this map just adds that bit more character. So as I say, guys, once we've this field planted, we will be advancing time just a little bit, as again, kind of slow this time of year. We have a bit of planting to do, and our main thing is our treatment of the fields when it comes to fertilizer, weeds. So we need to make sure we look after all that. We should have enough liquid fertilizer in the tank to complete this field. We definitely have enough seed. So we are on our last pass, guys, and then it is headlands, and we'll be removing our GPS lines for that. So if you were playing this map and you have a farm on it, and leave it in the comments. Let me know, where did you start? Did you pick a similar area to me? Did you start more arable and stick to a smaller farm? How is your farm looking as well, guys? If you want to send in screenshots and stuff, by all means do. I know there is a couple of more maps out now as well. I know Lone Oak has been released, and as I say, on FS19 I spent a lot of time on Lone Oak. I really did. Love that map. So that is one to look out for. I must get into it. Also, I know Chippewa County, I believe, I hope I pronounced that right, is also out, and that again looks like an interesting map. You also have This Is Ireland by Lancy Boy, that has been released. So there is a couple of good maps out there, and I've recently seen that the likes of Oxygen David is working on a new map again, and from what his pictures are, they're just breathtaking again, the quality of work that modders can add to this game. It just amazes me. So we might get a second series going here. We will see how we go. Just for this corner, we are going to flick to outside cab just to get this. We don't want to mess the corner. And I think I have. Uh, yeah, that's not a great effort. So I think we'll have to come back and just correct that a little bit. It skipped a few bits there. So we'll see how many more bits we potentially skip. I know the boundary line is close to where I plowed as well, so we're just going to do this little section outside. We're missing more bits there now again. So yeah, if you are playing Seneca County and you're enjoying it, leave it in the comments. Where did you start on the map? Did you pick it similar to myself where you have the cows, or did you go for the sheep or pigs? Or as I say, did you stick mainly to a smaller operation and really go for the grind? More respect. I know money can be cheated into the game and stuff, but it is nice to, when you go to the dealership and you pick up that new 9R series, as you really feel you really earned it, you've worked for it. That will be the goal here. We will be aiming for something on the larger scale of life. Eventually, once we ramp up on our fields, I must turn off my GPS lines, guys. Show lines off. Once we build up the land, I suppose we will be aiming more so at the bigger gear. And that is something else to consider as well, guys. Do we stick with solely John Deere, or do we venture away from it? Do we start maybe heading more for Case, New Holland, or even more so to the Fendt? I know the Class DLC is coming shortly as well, and that will add a new range, a new fleet of gear to be tested and used. Just a couple of sections here where we're a bit strong on the thing, so we will be doing a second pass on the headland here, guys. So I will just double this one back, and I think then I need to just clean up the couple of edges around the field. Going to do a tight turn here and double back over ourselves, so we and I believe I might have missed a bit that I plowed in there, a little extra. So guys, this is us. We finally have the field. We will call it, I don't know what we'll call it. If you want to give this field a name, by all means do. I might leave that to you. For now, we're going to go with the field with no name. We are ready for grass on it. As I say, we will not be adding any more fertilizer this season around. It'll be going towards the start of next season. I don't know, will we get 2 cuts off it? We might only get to 1. So that's something we need to keep an eye on as well. And also, what we'll be looking for, as I say, is expanding. The money we make from the soybeans will possibly go towards the gear for grass. We already have a mower and a baler, but we will need the likes of a tedder. And we will also need a winnower. So there are just a couple of the things we will probably have to purchase here. As I say, a loader, we have the bale trailer, it's on the semi. So we have those few options, guys. So I'm just going to head down here to this bottom section, clean it up, and the next time you'll see me will be middle of spring, and we'll be ready for seeding soybeans and cleaning up fields, finishing off the final stages of spraying and a little bit of weed prevention. I've been Snowman86 guys, thanks for watching, and if you like, remember, hit that subscribe button, leave a like, leave a comment, and I'll catch you on the other side. Take care.